that goes into the next point, which is Vipassana, man of excellency, better at life. And that basically, obviously Vipassana is something we've talked about before, meditation practice, taught by S. N. Goenka.
In the tradition of Sayagyi Ubaken.
Yeah. And you go to these 10-day retreats, and all you do is do nothing, basically. Just sit and observe your breath and your body. And there's one point where I was doing it just a month ago, and I was thinking, like, what an odd thing to do. Because it's like, it's just basic. I'm not trying to get better at anything. I'm not like trying to learn a skill. I'm not, in terms of like a external skill that you can think. So the man of excellency, better at life. Well, the skill I'm learning is just how to live, and so. But it's just so odd, because it's like, well, here I am in this retreat in the middle of the woods, not really doing anything tangible outside, and yet I'm doing like the most important thing, but there's no like direct external sort of validation or like feedback from it, in a sense of like, oh, I did something, now you can see it. It's just, I'm just breathing, and I just breathe some more, and then
it's funny too, because like you get more revelations by just observing what really exists than ever, and yet that is such a secondary point to the skill of living. Like, despite how there's no external things, but there are more revelations than you would ever get from doing an external thing.
Yeah.
But even like you do external things for revelations in a way, not just the product, but to be good at whatever you're doing, and yet those revelations, when you get more from just observing reality, they're not even important. Like that's how high above even the revelations that you can get from getting good at things is. Like it's a full step above into the skill of living. Yeah.
And the man of excellency part is just also saying that. But one time I was at the center long ago, like 2013 or 14 or something, and I remember talking to one of the teachers, and then she recommended this book by Ledi Sayadaw, which I could read at the center because I was serving, and it's called the Excellent Man, or the Man of Excellency or something. And basically that sums it up. It's like, you're not excellent because of doing things outside, but like, what is actually the excellency of the man? It's the way of being, or it's the state, or the, learning about oneself. And it's just, I think at the time when I was talking to her about stuff, I was talking about like things I was doing in life, and she was like, well, why are you really here? It's not, you're not there to like do those things, right? So yeah, it's just such a odd, and it's the most simple, and yet the most like important thing, and just out in the woods doing it by yourself with a bunch of other people.
Yeah.